Hello, everyone, and welcome to another video of Customer Service Champions. My name is Tal Schnell. I'm your customer service mentor, coach, and speaker. And today I thought I'd feature a leadership profile, obviously a well-known name that many of you guys heard, Steve Jobs of Apple. And I thought about a couple of ideas because I've been reading some books about his leadership and obviously his legacy. You know, when people think about Steve Jobs, they think about the innovator, the entrepreneur, someone who created great products, created a great company, created a great brand. And not that many people think about customer service or some of the things that were really shaping his legacy and his leadership. You know, part of the things that I'm reading about is that Steve Jobs was really obsessed. He was obsessed and pursued excellence in everything that Apple was creating with their products. I know there's a famous video out there that talks about how technology begins with the user experience rather than your company begins with technology creation, but it's all about that user experience. So a couple of things to share with you, and why am I sharing this with you is because I think that many of us can pick a profile of a customer centric leader in a company that created a powerful brand. So whatever that person is in your mind that can really resonate with you, I know that many industries have great leaders such as Jeff Bezos with Amazon, for example. I mean, those are people who put the customer at the center of their business, and that's why they're so successful in creating customer service culture in their organization. So let's talk about real quick about Steve Jobs and why he was obsessed with creating the user experience, and why everything has to be perfect for that customer. You know, one of the things that when Apple wanted to change and really create excellence and creating products of excellence and really putting themselves out there to be unique and be different in comparisons to their competition, was they wanted to create premium products. They wanted to excel in everything they do, and they wanted to be the top tier of computer products and technology products for you and I. You know, they knew what our needs are, they knew where technology is going, and they wanted to simplify things for us. They wanted to take things that were complicated and then simplify it for the user, for the person who's going to be using their product. And I think that's one of the Steve Jobs, being the genius as he is, that's one of his genius ideas, to take something complex. Technology, if you think about it back then, was complex, were complicated. Many people didn't know how to use it, but he made it simplified, and he made it even sexy, entertaining, and for us to see the fun and the play with it. One of the things that you can take away from Steve Jobs is that he combined technology with liberal arts. And what that speaks about, it speaks to our humanities. It speaks that these products were not just created for customers, they were created for years and years and years of making our lives more effective, more efficient, more entertaining, more fun. And one of the things that Steve Jobs was always about, he was a perfectionist. He didn't want to get any product out there if it didn't have that extra touch, that extra wow factor into that people will be talking about for years and years and years to come. I highly encourage you to watch some of the videos about how he introduces the iPhone and the iPad and some of those products that Apple is known for, because you can really see how he makes it, how he believes in simplicity, but also, you know, Steve Jobs is a showman, and how he entertains people and invites them to a story, which is really important about customer service. You know, customer service is not a transaction. It's really a resonating story, because if you think about Disney, they're creating a story with your family, and you can take that back home, and that creates that customer experience. One thing I do want to suggest is for you to get a book about that Apple experience, and it's called The Apple Experience. Carmine Gallo is the author. Secrets to Building Insanely Great Customer Loyalty. It talks about really the birth about the retail experience, retail store of Apple. What happens there is that before the retail stores of Apple were opened up, there was a frustration of Steve Jobs about how other retailers are not really familiar with the product and they're not really giving great service when people are interested in their products. And before the Apple retail store came about, he was just not happy with that. He felt that he was shortchanged. He felt that it wasn't, if you wanted to take, and that's one of the things that I want to show you here in this video, is that if you wanted to be a customer centric leader, you need to understand that you're giving a premium product and you have to deliver a premium service. And that was his philosophy. If I'm going to deliver a premium product, I want that customer to have a premium experience. And that's led him to create the Apple retail stores, to create that premium experience. Something about that retail experience was that it wasn't about the product as much as the experience. And what happened there is that he wanted customers like you and I to walk into the store and feel welcome, because if we're going to feel that we are welcome, appreciated, and valued in that store, that will lead to sales. And he wanted to create that connection, created the Genius Bar so people can ask questions, people can sort of play with the product and see what it's all about. But it wasn't about selling as much as creating a great customer experience. And I know that he was inspired by companies like Ritz-Carlton, Nordstrom, some of those high-end, really customer service experience that he wanted to create in his store. So these are some of the bullet points about what Steve Jobs created and why is a customer-centric leader. And now turn it over to you. Think about you. How do you want to create that customer experience for your company, for your brand, and really be thinking about, how do I create a premium experience for my customers? Whatever company I'm at, how do I create those premium experiences, those customer experiences that people will talk about them every single day? And that's what it's about. It's creating raving fans for your product and service and your company. And that's how people recommend you and promote you out there as a great company. So these are some of the things that we need to be thinking about as customer service champions. If you have comments or feedback for us, let us know. Drop your comments and we'll be sure to get back with you as soon as possible. And once again, we appreciate you tuning in. Have yourself a great day.